Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh my god, it's perfect. Look at this, guys. We've upgraded. We have a chair. We've got a chair this year. It's the best thing ever. Oh my god. I don't know if you know, but I was sitting on the ground before. This has changed everything. It's changed my whole life. It means you can see more of the bookshelf. I sometimes have a very small brain, but this feels like a big brain moment. Hello and welcome back to the channel that knows nothing. I'm Jim and let's get to So today we're diving on into another book tag. We're diving on into the How to Train Your Dragon book tag. Question number 1 in this tag is Hiccup, and that is a book that you realize you loved after losing interest a few times. And I have decided to put down A Court of Thorn and Roses because it is okay in comparison to the rest of the series or what is out so far. It's alright. But the thing about it is that when you come back to read it after reading the others, it means more. I don't know what it is about it, but it meant more to me when I read it. I was like, this is great. All the memes I've been seeing make sense. I get it. But yes, I'm gonna put that one down as my answer for that one. Question number 2 in this tag is Astrid, and that feels quite weird to say because that is my cat's name, but that is a strong female character, and I have decided to put Alice down from The Lost Flowers of Alice Hart. And I feel like people who have read the book will be like, I don't get that, but I feel like she is a strong character. She's not strong in the sense that you think she's physically strong, but I feel like she's been through so much, and so she may seem weak at times, but I feel like she's built up this like endurance and like that emotional strength, I feel, by the end of the book. Also a very good book to read, but highly for the adult genre, not so much the young adult genre for sure. Question number 3 is Stoic, and that is a character, author, or book that is the leader, and I am going to pick Cersei for this one. She's crazy, but also God bless her for standing up to the gods. Like, she is a little kooky, but I kind of love her as a character. She is just so unhinged, and I was like, yes girlie, pop off queen, you do you. I totally validate all of your actions. Question number 4 in this tag is Valor, and that is an independent book that surprised you. I have not read many independent books, although I found one online, which is the Two Spinsters and a Murder Mystery series. God, there is 7 primary works, 9 in total. I'm looking it up. I found Two Spinsters and a Duel, but the first one is Two Spinsters and a Corpse. And as I'm looking at this, I'm like, are the spinsters gay? Because I would love it even more if it was so. But anyway, I must have to look into this at some point because it was like the top thing that came up for me when I looked up independent books. So it must be meant for me. Number 5 in this tag is Gobba, and that is an OTP that you root for, and that is Nina and Matthias. It's a little bit sad though, because it's not really a ship anymore. It fucking sunk. It sunk hard, and I don't know if I will ever forgive Leigh Bardugo for that. I don't know how many people like that ship out there, but I really liked it. Question number 6 in this tag is Snotlout, and that is a book that you bought as an impulse buy, and that was Brain is Not Always Right. That book, like, is great. Changed my whole bloody perspective on things, and I know it's a kid's book, but I love it just the same. I feel like it doesn't matter like what age bracket it's for. And even like kids books and stuff that's for kids that's not a book, like, you know, shows and movies and stuff, it still has a platform for like adults, for adults to learn from and grow from as well. So you know what? I don't think it's that silly. Question number 7 in this tag is Rough Nut and Tough Nut, and that is a book that has a friendship or family relationship that you want to be a part of, and it's low-key Fourth Wing, which I understand the cringeness of it all, but I just want to be part of the squad. I couldn't care less about the others. Like, I just want a dragon. Question number 8 in this tag is Fish Legs, and that is a book that made you want to learn something. And I'm picking Hunger Games, but purely because I want to be good at archery or sword fighting, you know? Like, I know there's probably other books that would be better directed for that. But I feel like the archery thing's very Katniss, and I'm like, I want to be good at something that is not practical for this day and age, but I want a weird skill like that. Question number 9 in this tag is Toothless, and that is a book that is underhyped. Now, to my knowledge, I do not know if it is accurate or not, but Silence of the Girls is so good. It is from the perspective of the women in Troy, and there is a few sequels to it. I think there's 2 to my knowledge. The first one is the best one, and it's nice to hear the rest of the story, but I much think that the first one could have been a standalone. But it's so good. The way it is told, the way that, I listened to it on Audible, which I know is kind of getting cancelled at the moment, so take that with what you will. But it was so good. Like, the voice actress knew what she was doing. So fucking perfect. Like, great. Loved it. Loved it. Question number 10 in this tag is Boulder Class, and that is a character that endures despite rocky obstacles, and that is Jo. That's Jo for me, from Little Women. And I feel like she tries so hard. It's like that classic middle child vibe. And when I was reading her character, there was a lot of boxes that I was like, that's me, tick, tick, tick. Like, I'm trying to do the best, trying to be like the center and the rock of the family. And yeah, it sucks, not gonna lie. I mean, it's great, but it's like, it's one of those things that when you're part of like a big family like hers, that you're like kind of, all the stuff you do kind of goes unnoticed, but if you don't do them, it gets noticed. So she definitely endures those rocky obstacles, and like, just like never gets anything she ever wants. I feel so bad for the character. My poor Jo. Question number 11 in this tag is Mystery Class, and that is a book that has a mystery in it, or is in the mystery genre. And I decided to go with Labyrinth by Simon Stellenhag. It's so good. Like, you don't even know what's happening until it's happened. It's so bloody good. If you've not read Simon Stellenhag's books, you need to. And I would definitely start with like The Electric State or The Labyrinth, because they're more of a storytelly vibe. Like, there's more of an overarching story going in it, rather than Tales from the Loop and there's Tales from the Loop and then Things from the Flood. It's right behind me. But those are more like short stories within that world, whereas like the other 2 are definitely like overarching stories, which are really good. Also, the film did the book no justice whatsoever. It really kidified it. Like, The Electric State is quite dark, and like The Labyrinth is even darker than what The Electric State was, book wise. But yeah, it's fucked. The mystery, God, strap yourself in if you want to read that one. Question number 12 in this tag is a book with a character that is vain. And I find this really hard to answer, mainly because like a vain person, I've looked up the description of it. A person is vain when they have an excessive focus on their own appearance, abilities, or importance, and seek admiration or validation from others because of it. I find that really hard, because I feel like some of the characters, like I've read, they're like vain adjacent. Like, I feel like they don't seek admiration or validation from others because of it, but they definitely do seek that sort of like, not so much like, I feel like characters I have read, they're not really focused on their own appearance, but like their abilities and their importance in life. Because I had Kaz Brekker written down for this one, because I think he is vain adjacent in my mind, because he's like, yeah, I'm doing all these things for revenge. And I feel like he, at the end, is going like, look how smart I am. He's not saying it, but like, I feel like there's an underlying tone of like, I am smarter than you, suck it, which is why I think he's vain. Like, I don't think he's like the epitome of it, but I think he is adjacent, which that could be argued for a lot of different characters that I've read in fantasy recently too. Question number 13 in this tag is Stoker Class, and that is a small book that packed a punch, and I'm going with The Little Prince on this one. I won't say too much more, because like, it is a small book, and it's got a lot of messaging in there. It's got a lot of stuff. even though it's like small, which is why it packed a punch. Question number 14 in this one is Stoker Class, and that is a book that you read at an alarming speed, and that was After Love, and that fucked me up. Like, it's too much. I mean, it's good, but it's also a lot, because obviously with the tone of the title, there's some death going on in there, and it's not very fun at all. So it's about like the after love, afterlife sort of vibe to it. It is queer, it is great, it is sad, it like juggles a lot of like dealing with stuff. But like, it's weird because I feel like maybe it would have been better from a different perspective, but hey, still enjoyed myself, still cried. It was terribly sad. Question number 15 in this tag is Title Class, and that is a book with a beach, lake, or ocean setting, and I've gone with Summer Girls for this one, which I did not expect to like, but I did. It was kind of trashy, kind of needed it. It's like a queer book, so like I just gobble those up because I freaking love them. Question number 16 in this tag is Tracker Class, and that is a book that you desperately want to read but you can't find, and that is Ritual. My sister told me about it and she's like, it's some good trash, and I'm like, great, throw it at me. But I want to find it on a good special because she's like, it's not worth the full price. She's like, if you can get it for half price or less, then it's worth it. She got it free with Spotify, I think, because she's got like some sort of deal going on. But I really want to read it because she basically told me what happened, but I still want to experience it. It sounds crazy. A little bit crazy, but I'm kind of here for it. Question number 17 in this tag is Unknown Class, and that is an unreleased debut author and the title of their book that you want to read. I think this is out already, but I'm still gonna read it anyway. I'll put it on my want to read. But We Could Be Rats is the name of it, and Emily Austin is the name of the author. This sounds, it's just the title that's reeling me in, because me and my friends have this thing about rats. Like, I don't, it's just a meme, it's nothing weird, it's just, we call each other rats, and that's really all it is. Anyway, a moving story about two very different sisters and a love letter to childhood, growing up, and the power of imagination. From best-selling author of Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead, and interesting facts about space. I don't know if this is well, anyway, too late. We're saying this one anyway, even though we're wildly wrong. Sigrid hates working at the Dollar Pal, but having always resisted the idea of growing up into the trappings of adulthood, she did not graduate high school, preferring to roam the streets of her small town. This is why she's a rat. With her best friend Greta, the only person in the world who ever understood her. Her older sister Margaret is baffled and frustrated by Sigrid's inability to conform to the expectations of polite society, but Sigrid's detachment veils a deeper turmoil and sensitivity. She's haunted by the pains of her past, from pretending her parents were swamp monsters when they shook the floorboards with their violent arguments, to grappling with losing Greta's friendship, to the opioid epidemic ravaging their town, as Margaret sets out to understand Sigrid and the secret she has hidden. Both sisters, in their own time and way, discover that reigniting their shared childhood imagination is the only way forward. This actually sounds fucking sad as shit. What unfolds is an unforgettable story of two sisters finding their way back to each other, and a celebration that transcends unshakable bond. My god, the title is got funny tones, and then the story is fucked. I mean, like, sounds great. This is just reminding of me and my sister. Why am I secret? Question number 18 in this tag is Eel, and that is a book you refuse to read. Anything by Stephen King, which has now turned into a lie because I read The Long Walk and The Running Man. So I'm a liar. We lie here all the time, apparently. To be fair, he was writing under a different name, so really, it wasn't him, right? Anyway guys, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, subscribe because that's always nice, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.